before I start off the video, I just want to say thank you for tapping into the channel and checking me out. And hopefully you watch to the end, and hopefully you like the video. So just to start it off, I want to talk about Delta Force. When I first saw the game, I saw it in the coming soon section in Steam. So if people know more about it and all that stuff, I wouldn't know. I haven't really looked into it. I just seen it in the coming soon, so I said I'm gonna wait for it to come out. So since it came out, and I was like trying to figure out what type of video I want to do for YouTube, here we are today. I'm mixing the two together, right? So without further ado, I think we just gonna hop right into talking about the game. Alright, to start the video off, I want to hop right into the multiplayer. Then we're going to talk about the extraction shooter after. So some key things about the multiplayer. Instead of just being a typical clone, and yes it is a clone, a Battlefield clone. And that's why I really like this game. Like, I haven't seen too many Battlefield clones out there. And if you know a free Battlefield clone that's good, let your boy know. I love him. But anyway, I'm gonna give my first impressions at the end of the video. So let's just hop right into the details of it. It's not too much that I could really talk about for myself because it's just a Battlefield clone. The few things that they do separate themselves at though is the operators. So with the operators, you get 2 operators per class. So like the assault, they got Burning, I think that's his name, Ferron, I don't know, Ferron, and D Wade, D Wolf, I say D Wade, it's D Wolf. And then in the medic class, you got Toxic and Stinger, I think that's how you say her name. But yeah, you get the point, right? Then you got Engineer and the Sniper class, and they got their 2 variants. And with the classes, everybody got what I consider 2 gadgets, but it says, only 1. But with Wolf, right, he has the exosuit. So with the exosuit, it makes him run faster. And then he also has something called the triple threat, which is just a grenade launcher. Oh, my bad, a triple blaster, which is just a grenade launcher. It popped in my mind. It was just a grenade launcher on his wrist that shoots out 3 grenades, right? They get like a special equipment, a 300 bike mic, anti-personnel, or EMP. Then he can also just switch it up for a healing syringe or a armor plate, but I really don't see why you would pick the last 2 in all honesty. And let's talk about the guns. The gun setup is pretty typical. I mean, everybody has their own set of guns that they could use. The sniper touches all of them, and the engineer class touches a few that the assault class touches. And I think the medic touches some guns with the assault class too, but they don't share every gun, but they do share a few guns here and there. So everybody has their own thing in their own classes, and they wanted to separate themselves with the operators. I see that it has a very hero shooter vibe to it, and I'm not mad at it. It's actually pretty refreshing to see hero shooter element that's not like overpowered, overdone. Like, these dudes don't shoot lightning bolts. There's no pickups throughout the map where you can unlock powers. It's just a run-of-the-mill military shooter, and I like that. So also, yeah, let me get into the gunsmithing real quick. So with the gunsmithing, is real detailed in my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other games that do the gunsmith. It's not gunsmithing, gunsmith. Do the gunsmith part of the game. I'm pretty sure they do have options like this in other games, but I'm new to the PC world, so I really don't know. I haven't ran into too many yet. But with this one, with this, it's just a lot of detail in my opinion. You could calibrate the parts on the gun. You can set the foregrip how you want it. You can set the weight of the stock. You can set the grip, set the pupil discipline and the zoom on the sights, and it's just all types of stuff you could do to the gun, and it's not super detailed where you like bore out the whatever or whatever. Like you can't do stuff like that, but like just the simple little adjustments to the gun that I think people would like to make in these type of games you could make, and I really appreciate that too because it's Battlefield, and Battlefield was always to me better than Call of Duty. So I know people gonna be mad at me about that, but I don't really care. And that's why I like it too, because everybody's been trying to copy what COD. I haven't really seen anybody trying to copy the formula of Battlefield. So for them to do that, I could very much appreciate it. So with that being said, it's not too much that I could really talk about with the multiplayer other than the modes, and then that'll be just about it. So let's talk about them a little bit. So with the modes, you have King of the Hill and you have Attack and Defend, and those are the classic conquest. And I forgot what Battlefield's domination was, but it's just essentially those two modes, and they have a few maps to start it out with, so you're not just stuck playing the same two maps. They do got a couple maps out coming straight out the gate, because I know some games they'll start out with like 2 or 3 maps. This game has like 4 or 5. I can't really remember off the top, but I think it's like 4 or 5 maps, and they're pretty good. They're pretty entertaining. And then they also have something right now. They have the time limited matches. So like the Blitz is the shorter King of the Hill, and then they have Trench Warfare 24/7, which I'm pretty sure everybody can understand what that is. It's the same map over and over again, but Trench Warfare is lit because that map, in my opinion, is the best map in this game so far. Trench Warfare 24/7. If I want to play Attack and Defend, it's the only one that I would rather play. Play 2, 3, 4 games of that, and I'm good for the day. But other than that, it's nothing really else. It's nothing much I could really talk about of the game. But that's also not a bad thing, because it's not a game that tries to overload you with a bunch of stuff right away. So from the multiplayer aspect, I like the simplicity of it, but I like that it's a simple Battlefield clone and nothing else. You know what I mean? So as far as I could say about the multiplayer, other than the operators and the gunsmith, there's nothing else. It's not too much I could talk about, because if you play Battlefield, then you pretty much know what type of game you get yourself into. But they do also have an extraction shooter in this game, and I think I'm just gonna have to talk about that now. So let's go ahead and get ready to talk about the extraction part. Alright, so let's talk about operations. This game's extraction shooter. Am I really a fan of extraction shooters? Not really, but I'm gonna be playing it just because I like the game, so I don't want them to feel like they failed at anything. But it's an extraction shooter, and from what I can understand, because I played Daisy, and that's pretty much the only survival game I've played that's have some type of elements like this. Now, oh no, my bad, DMZ. I've also played DMZ when that first rolled around on Call of Duty, because that was like the last Call of Duty I played anyway. So Modern Warfare. the new reboot, that was definitely the last Call of Duty I played. But I mean, it's pretty comprehensive from what I can understand. Like, you go in there, you get your loot. If you want to go out there, you got to put on the body armor, the helmet, the book bag, the chest rig. You got to bring ammo. You got to bring med kits. The same old, same old. You go into it. They got missions on the map that you could go and knock out, earn earn in-game money. So it's like, if you really playing this game, I don't really see you running out of money on this game. But I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna change. But who knows? Skins and whatnot. Don't tell them what they're gonna put in the game in the future. I'm just hoping that they don't put anything in the future behind a paywall that's going to change the game, because I can see this becoming a cosmetic heavy game, but that's up to them if they want to do it. So anyway, let's get back to the operation. So instead of them calling it some weird stuff, they call it operations, and you could pick one of your characters that you start off. One of the characters, I should say operators. You start off with. You could pick one of the operators. You could pick the medic. You could pick the sniper, and you could pick, typical. And each all actually have something to do in the map. Like if you pick the engineer, like he could cut through gates and all of that stuff. So I think like if you have a squad, you should at least have a engineer in there. So everybody should really pick and be their favorite, who they're running around the map with, because on here, just because you pick the sniper, it's operations, so it's not the same thing. It's just DMZ. That's the only one I could reference. But everybody in the real chat seems to like to call it Tarkov. Like, I haven't played Tarkov yet, so I don't know what the reference is to it. I mean, I know Tarkov is an extraction shooter, but I'm just not one of them people that's, even if I was playing Tarkov, I wouldn't even compare that to this game, because it's obviously its own thing. Because I do believe Tarkov is only an extraction shooter. I don't know. I haven't really even looked into the game, but this game is a game of its own, like, because it has two sides to it. It has a multiplayer side that's actually thriving seriously. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't really get the reference for Tarkov Light. I mean, it's not really the most attractive thing I've played, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't like to be level capped, but I get it that it's product placement. I mean, product placement. That it's product pacing. I get it that it's product pacing, but I still don't like being capped at level 12 to do anything fun. Like, you're stuck at this first map, and this first map is kind of cheats, and you gotta wait till you get to level 12 to turn hard. Pause, no diddy. So you can get the turn the level to hard, so you can actually start having fun. Like, the NPCs are kind of what they're going to be on an easy level, and it's low tier loot, and you're just in there running the same old, and hoping to find a firefight, But yeah, that's why I kind of don't like these modes, because you need a squad, you need friends to go play this, and I don't have any friends to play this. So I haven't really played it that much, but I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a bad thing. I'm just not going to really give too much about it. Just tell you a few things here and there about it. You get a base. You just don't load up and go. It's a stash screen, and you just pick from the stash screen. Like, you get a base that you get to upgrade. I like that. So that's what's going to keep me playing it, that you can upgrade the base. And as you level up from where you at, from level 0 to level 12, you'll be able to unlock new things in the base. So I guess I could give it a pass for wanting you to be level 12, because you're also leveling up the base along the way while you unlocking new maps and stuff like that. So I guess I could give it a pass for that. But other than that, I'm pretty sure it's the same old when it comes to extraction shooters. You go in, get the loot, and you get out, and try not to lose your stuff in between. There's nothing else. Oh, and yeah, before I forget, they do have the whole find the key cards, and open the door thing. So if you really like those type of puzzles to find around the map. They do have that in the map. Now, I haven't found any key cards. I haven't tried to go around looking around the map because that looks crazy. But I think I am gonna try to match a key card to a door, so I'll let you know how that go when I finally do it. But for the extraction shooter part, like I said, I haven't played much of it. I think I'm only like level 6 or 8 or something like that. I'm not even that high of a level yet. So I don't want to talk about a game that not a game, but a game mode that I haven't really put too many hours in. So with that being said, let's get into my feelings about it. This video was a lot longer than I wanted it to, so I'm gonna just go ahead and make this part quick. Go ahead and download it. 10 out of 10 recommended. I'm not saying the game is perfect. It still got things to work on, but it's in its infancy stage, I see. But from where it's at and where I see it's going, I hope that they keep it up. I hope that they don't really change too much. I hope that the microtransactions stay cosmetic and small things of that nature. I hope it doesn't become something where the whole game shifts because they put a character behind paywalls now. But other than that, there's nothing else for me to say than adios. See you guys. Thanks for checking into the channel. Hope you liked the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.